Hey, welcome back to April's Way. I really don't have a assigned topic I want to talk about. Just want to get into a few things that I've been seeing over the few weeks, I guess. Um, I want to start with just like parenting. Really, like I've been seeing a lot of stuff with people disciplining their kids or just how they raise their kids and everything or whatever. I ain't been digging too much into the things that I saw. I just kind of looked at it. So I'm some things I might be giving like a, one sided bias about it or like, because I didn't look into the whole story, but we just gonna try to get through a couple of things and hopefully I can come to a point with all of this. So one thing that I saw on the internet, on Facebook, um, a lady decided that she wanted to cut her daughter's hair off on live. And, that was to teach her a lesson that beauty is in everything. And all kinds of stuff or whatever. And some people had a bias about it. Some people was like, "Oh, that was child abuse," and some people was like, "Well, I can kind of understand that, because being a parent is hard, but that don't mean you embarrass your child like that, and especially you did it on the internet where everybody can see." And now this little girl got to go to school with her hair cut, and like all the kids probably like pick on her and stuff like that or whatever. So it's like a lot of different ways you can go about it other than doing stuff like that. And, I just thought that that was crazy. I really felt like it was really uncalled for her to do her daughter like that. But to me, it seemed more like she was just being a reflection of her mother because the mother got long hair, whatever. She looked like she probably, be dolled up all the time when she step outside or whatever. So another thing I wanted to get into right there with the parenting part, it's like you got to be, you can't, and there's no way you could be a perfect parent. There's no such thing. There's no rule book. There's no, you can't, you can't be a perfect parent because there's no such thing. It does not exist. We growing at the same time as our kids are growing. But a lot of people nowadays are not focused on that their kids look at them and they mimic what, most of them mimic what their parents do. So if, the child grew up seeing that the daddy sold drugs, make good money, guess what that child want to do? Want to sell drugs, make money. And then even in some cases, like the parents could be doing good, but if they working all the time and they don't get to see their parents like that, they gonna follow up the little neighborhood kids or whatever. So it's like nowadays, work is demanding. It's hard to, really have time with your kids, but you got to make that effort because your kids are more important than these people out here in the streets. Kids are more important than going to every party, going to every club. You know what I'm saying? The kids are more important because you don't want, like, when we all just, get old, we don't want our kids to put us in a nursing home and leave us and just, never speak to us again. You got to take care of your kids so your kids can, get older and be able to take care of you when you need it, you know? And another thing, a lot of things I've been seeing is just like a lot of these parents, just like especially the females, they dress any kind of way, they dress their daughters any kind of way. And luckily around here where I live, they don't really have too much like they don't really have too much like station going on around here, or it's not as big as it was back in the day, because we got in our area we got a good bit of sex offenders, but their cases are like like maybe some of them 20 plus years ago, some of them like 10 years ago, whatever. It's like none like specifically recent in like last 5 years, but it's not as open. Well, it's not as big as it was, but at the same time that kind of scared me because I know people doing stuff, not like personally, no. It's like I just feel like people is out here doing stuff. But since everybody's so, hush hush about certain things, or because everything's so sexually driven, it's like ain't nobody getting told on, you know what I'm saying? Or, it's like they teaching or teaching their kids to be okay with sexual activities where they might be 14 and they already having sex, so they don't realize that they not realizing when somebody is molesting them. You know, it's kind of all this conversation that's going all the way left, but we gonna stick to it. So it's like the parents got to figure out a way to be more attentive to their children, because if they don't, like, we not gonna survive like that. We not, like, I can't say my mom, my dad did the best job, but I raised my kids way differently from a lot of my other, like, from my peers in high school. Like, my child lives a child life, dresses like a child, like no hoochie mama, no back out, no cut on the shoulders, no hoochie coochie shorts going outside, no none of that. Like, I dress my kids like kids. I cover them up, like, from head to toe. I don't play that. And it's like when I'm going out somewhere, if I'm by myself and I'm going somewhere like with my friends, I might dress like a little hoochie or whatever. But other than that, I'm like well covered. I'm not going outside, dressed like anything and everything on a daily basis. That's not who I am. I like to be comfortable. I like to be covered. I don't want nobody looking at these luscious legs. Okay. I don't want nobody to looking at all this light skin. It brings attention that I don't want. I like to be classy. Classy is a style that will never get old, and comfortable is a style that'll never get old. So I try to stick along that lines, and I want my kids to stick along that line. So, like, my son is 5, and we do not do no pants sagging. He cannot stand his pants to sag now, which is great because I see a bunch of kids his age and a little bit older, pants falling off, and they just okay with it because that's what they see. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if I bring a guy around, like if I'm dating somebody and they be around, I don't allow them to be sitting out here with their pants sagging. If they pants sagging, then you need to pull them pants up or pull your shirt, cover up cover up your drawers, because I don't want my son to see that and think that that's cool. I don't That's not cute. I like a well dressed man. I like street dressed men as well, but I like a well dressed man who look like he take care of business. Honestly, if I feel like if a man is dressed like in street attire all the time, like, he just looked like a hood N word, because I don't want to cuss or nothing like that. If he just looking like a hood dude all the time, I do not find him professional. I'm just gonna say it. Like, I look at men like how jobs look at men sometimes, especially when it comes down to somebody being around me and my kids. Like, you guys to be like well preserved. You guys take care of yourself. You guys to look the part for me, because what I've learned from my past relationships is that most of the time, if they pretty much are what they dress like too. So if somebody is not like keeping up with themselves, and when I say that, I mean, like, facial hair, just like, they don't take their time. I'm not saying I want a feminine man. That's not what I'm saying, because I feel like that's what I'm trying to explain, and that's not it. I just want a man that take care of himself. If he keep himself well groomed, his pants ain't falling off, his pants ain't tight and not tighter than mine, I should be able to tell what's in your pocket at all. Like, I like a man like fitted jeans. It's not tight. It's not loose and baggy. They just fit it to him. He got a little bit of space. He got space in him. I like that. And they don't do oversized t-shirts anymore. That's been played out. But I don't want a man who got like a super tight muscle shirt on and he fat. Not everybody, but I'm just saying, it's just like, you don't look like, it looked like when you came Nah, I'm about to mess up. It looked like when you got up that morning, you really thought about what you was gonna put on instead of just throwing anything on and going outside. You know, I need a man that got like a good thought process and everything, and make sure that he looks, up to par for real. Cause it's like you ain't finna go into no job like not like no McDonald's or nothing like that. But it's like if you a businessman, you not finna go to work with your pants sagging with the latest Jordans, Nikes on, with your head looking like you just rolled out of the bed. I done seen plenty of people walk around looking like that. And I don't like that. Me personally. I want a more professional man. Like you can still do street wear, but make it sexy and professional. Or make it more classy. Cause it's like just like I'm getting all off subject. It's okay. Just like how men be like, oh, I don't want a girl who always showing her butt. I don't want a girl who always got her boobs out. I don't want a girl who's, every time she come outside, she half naked. Okay. So think about what a woman want. I don't want my man to be sitting here showing his drawers to everybody. If that's my man, them draw I'm the only person that need to be seeing them drawers. That's it. And I feel like that's fair. I should be the only person that see them draws. Now I'm not gonna trip too hard if the waistband is showing, but if like I see cheek, like a cheek coming up out them pants, that's a problem. I can understand the waistband showing. I know how men like to, have their hand in their shirt, lift their shirt up a little bit. You can see like their pants and they waistband on their underwear. I can do that. I'm okay with that. But not when it's like halfway to your butt or up under your butt. It's like who are you trying to attract? Are you trying to attract a woman or a man? Because if you hanging around a bunch of guys and your pants are sagging like that, and everybody knows that men are sexually driven a lot. So if you one of the friends out your group and you got a nice size butt because a nice size man, you a big man, or you just unfortunately good portioned in on your back region, you don't need to be outside with your pants falling off your rump. That's you ain't got nothing but a thin layer between somebody and your no square. Okay, I don't find that attractive. I don't find that with, homosexual people or anything. I don't have no issue with that. But you can't be my man outside like that. And that's just it. We not doing that. And with all that being said, like that whole thing with that, that's how the kids nowadays are. So I got a new job where I sub at schools, and I'm not going to specify what schools I sub at for the people who know me know. And I see the girls at the schools, they got makeup on, these 18-year olds, not 18-year olds, 15, 16, 17, cuz I sub at high schools too. They got more tattoos than I do. I only got one tattoo, and when I was in school, I had no tattoos, of course. I had no piercings, just my ear piercings. I didn't get all that until I moved out the house at 18, you know, until I had my first child, like really, you know. So, cuz I had my daughter at 19, so whatever. But, these kids at school, half of them got kids, and they, that's not I'm not going to say nothing too much about that, because when I was in high school, people were getting pregnant then too. But it's like, where could we draw the line at of what's okay and what's not okay? Because it's like, I feel like us, as in like the people around my age, I'm 28. The people around my age, I feel like we should know better to not let our kids be more like us when we were children. Like we should drill on them about um being more focused on education. Let them live a little. Ain't nothing wrong with letting them live a little, let them have a little bit of fun and do this and do that. But at the same time, I would definitely think that we need to be, well, yeah, we need to be more stern on the kids actually going to school to learn. Because the things that I've seen at the schools, I'm a little, you know, I'm not shocked because, of course, it's like the same thing when we were kids. But I just feel like we should raise our kids better than that. Like, we got kids at the school fighting. We got kids bringing guns to school, bringing knives to school. You got kids, you know, doing sexual activities on campus with multiple people. You got kids with girls with belly button rings, and they always tying their shirts up so you can see their belly button ring. Got all their boobs out, wearing the tightest jeans so everybody can see their little waistline, their little butt poking out the bed. Um, you got the little boys wearing these really tight pants and pants sagging. I mean, pants are just sagging all off their butt. You could see, if you were looking at it from the front, you could see the whole package in the front or whatever. Like, that's how far they be sagging. And the kids, they do their work, but at the same time, they just like more sexually driven. So they just be like up under each other and want to be next to each other and trying to lay in each other's lap and all this kind of stuff. And that's stuff that we did. But like I said, I feel like we should raise our kids better than that. Kids gonna do what they want to do too, but I just rather for them to be more focused on what they need to be focused on. Because I had an honors class and there wasn't that many kids in there. Like, that honors class probably only had about 6 kids in there. And I know that a lot of these kids are smart, but they not applying themselves. And that's a shame. Which is the same thing we used to go through too. We weren't really applying ourselves. But if I knew what I know now, then I would have been hard down in them books, full scholarship somewhere. But I'm not ashamed of how everything played out for me. I'm okay with it. Everything's cool to me. I'm cool with it. But we need to be more focused on like how we raising these kids and how we look to our kids, spending more time with them, not being their friend, but being there for them. Don't be so judgmental off the top, just talk to your child and get them comfortable with you so that they can tell you what's going on, and you don't got to hear it from somebody else. Not saying that you should just condone like anything and everything. No, you need to still be strict and like still give discipline, but make it to where they're comfortable with like, hey, something happened or whatever, and I just want to tell you because what happened at the school. Oh, yeah. So some girls was fighting at the bus stop, apparently. And then the next day, the mamas coming up to the school about to fight each other. Apparently, one girl got jumped. I don't know if this was two separate fights or if this is the same fight. I just overheard it. I wasn't trying to be nosy for real. But apparently, like a little bit before I pulled up at the school, they was breaking up mamas about to fight because these girls got into a fight at the bus stop. It's like, as parents, I understand that you will go to war for your children, but you shouldn't go to jail for them neither. Because why? First of all, why was they fighting? Second of all, why you being real ghetto by coming up to the school where the police would be? They're always there, and trying to fight another student. That don't show good parenting on your behalf, honestly. You know, you can get child protective services to come out for any little thing. Only thing they need is a phone call and any type of accusation. And if they see that you at the school raising sane, oh yeah, they're gonna come take them kids. You love them kids so much, you got to make better choices as a parent. You can't just let anybody and everybody be around your kids. You don't know what's going on. And you can't be doing anything and everything behind your kids either. Because a lot of people don't want to say that their kids bad or don't want to say that their kids be doing a lot of this stuff. But, you got to turn around and face the facts too as a parent. If your kid bad, your kid bad. And you knew that. You raised them. You knew your kid was bad. Don't be acting surprised. Like, I was at one high school and the assistant principal was like, we be finding vapes in the kids' book bag, and we call the parents, and the parents cussing us out. Like we put the vapes in their book bag, asking us how they get the vape. And it's like, we don't know, we found it in your child's book bag. And it's like, it's crazy because why are you fussing at the administrator because they found something your kid wasn't supposed to have in their book bag? That you need to be talking to the child and seeing who these friends is of your child, because obviously they ain't got a good friend group. They sitting here getting in trouble for stuff that they don't need to be getting in trouble for. And it's like, so, oh, and another thing, ooh, Jesus, is that I'm not, I'm not against nobody being gay. I'm not against the LGBTQ plus community at all. I love my fellow people. I love all people. But it is a shame, and it is a big shame of how many in high school are so like I can't say that. They just so open about their sexuality. So it's like you got the gay boys coming to school dressing like girls. One high school actually let one of the boys come to school dressed in a dress. He wears dresses to school, and they know that that's a boy. It's not like he's not a transgender. So he's an actual boy who, is very feminine, and they let him wear dresses to school. And I think that that's crazy. You got a lot of them, who, you got the little butch girls, you got the butchers. They got the short haircut, dressed like boys. You got the other ones that dress like boys or whatever. And, they're talking about, their pronouns and all that kind of stuff. And, if they're bisexual, homosexual, heterosexual, pansexual, all those, like, these is like just little conversations I'm overhearing. And it's like, I think it's just wild to me. Like, this ain't what we should be talking about in high school math class. There ain't nothing about math got to do with anybody's sexuality. And I'm not understanding what's going on. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's okay for other people, but in a school setting, I feel like we shouldn't be worried about stuff like that. On top of y'all really letting y'all kids just be who they want to be for real. Like, I remember, back in the day, it's okay for everybody to be accepting. Before I say this, I'm okay with people being accepting, but it's like y'all really letting y'all kids just be outside, like telling people that they gay, telling people that they are homosexual, and you letting them live in your house for real. Like when we was growing up, you couldn't do all that extra stuff. For you was getting kicked out. You had nowhere to go. You had to go stay with your aunt, your grandma, or something like that. If you was sitting here talking about some you gay or talking about you bisexual or you whatever, you grown, you selling drugs, you was getting kicked out the house. Y'all just be letting y'all kids just do whatever. I see. You were so hard on your parent for being an actual parent, and now you sitting here being slack. Honestly, that's what I think about it. Because I'm not raising no drug dealer. I'm not. I don't care if my kids decide that when they get older they want to be gay. That's fine with me, or whatever. I'm not tripping about that. But I'm not raising no drug dealer. I ain't raising no prostitute. I'm not raising no low life bum. I'm not raising no drug user or anything like that. So if anything, any one of those things come up through my door, if you trying to do anything that I disapprove of before you turn 18 and graduate, baby, you gonna have to figure it out. Either you gonna have to stop or you can go. And that's what I stand on because that's what I was raised as. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. Honestly. I don't see a thing wrong with it. I am cool with that. And I'm going to stand on that. 10 toes. All 10 toes. And heck, if I got to stand on my hands too, all 10 fingers. I'm down with that. Because it's like everything getting worse. You know, you can tell that a lot of these kids don't really have no good parenting or whatever. Because I do have students come up to me, and since they think that, to them, I look like another high school student. I look like a little kid because I'm small in stature. I'm only 5'2". Most of those high school kids are way taller than me. And, I'm little. So, they come to me, they find comfort in me. And, some of them talk to me. Oh, I hit my desk. That hurt. Some of them talk to me, and we be having conversations or whatever, and I just try to keep it real with them. I'm cool, calm, collected. I don't be trying to rule their classroom when I'm in there. It's like, y'all do y'all work first, and then y'all can chill, listen to music, whatever, watch a movie, watch a video. I don't mind. But you know, it's like, I just try to tell them like it is. It's like, whatever you do not lose focus on your schoolwork. It's like you can be outside doing whatever you want to do. Y'all ain't my kids. I can't tell y'all what not to do. But make sure you stay focused on your schoolwork. Make sure you know something. Make sure you learn something. Because when all this is over with, all them friends you said you had, they not gonna be there like that. Unless all y'all live in the same hood or whatever. And, you just got to be careful just who you be around because, you got a lot of things going on now where friends killing each other or, for whatever reason, or they just, robbing each other. They get mad with each other or whatever and, go doing shootouts, drive-bys, whatever. I done seen a lot of friends turn on friends and, I done lost a lot of people close to me because of situations like that. So it's like, for the people who know me, know I keep my circle tight. You know, I don't really put myself out there to be like in everybody's face, but they know if they need me, my line is always open. I'm always there for my people. Like, I love everybody to death, and that's for, you know, all my people who was with me when I was going through, my changes, so like, I'm saying, so bad. So it's like, when I was in going to college, when I was at Tech, all my friends there, I'm still open to them if they wanna chit chat. I answer the phone for, my friends when I was working at the cookout over there in Little Hartsville. All my little peoples or whatever. I try to keep tabs on everybody. I got most of them on Facebook. Some of them I don't. Some of them we lost to, gun violence and all that, or somebody was hating on them and stuff like that. We still love them. Much love for them. Always. May they rest in peace. And we miss them. We miss them a lot because they take the golden ones, and I can't stand it. But we're not gonna go down that road. But you gotta be careful. You always gotta be careful, and you gotta carry yourself in the best lighting. Like, don't be judgmental. Don't be sitting here trying to flex and flaunt for other people. Cause flexing and flaunting put you in harm's way as well because people hate. People hate hard. And they hate for no reason. You could have just went outside one day, felt like you wanted to be cute or whatever. And just because you and somebody have some words or whatever, and they see you looking all fresh and cute, thinking, oh, they must be got some money and stuff like that. They want to rob you. Like, that ain't no situation I know of. That's just something I just came up with. But it'd be simple like that. Or somebody might think you talking to somebody that they want to talk to, and now they're trying to gun you down because of some girl or because of some boy. Cause nowadays you got to worry about the girls out here shooting too. You can't sit here and say it's all the boys sitting here doing the gun violence. No, 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 baby. The girls out here packing pistols too. You out here want to fight. You out here, you want to talk big talk. You might can fight, but the other girl might can shoot. So you got to be careful. Tread lightly out here in these streets. You really got to. You never know. You never know. And then on top of that, they don't care about your kids. You can be some way out with your kids, and people will start with you, shoot at you. Don't care about them little babies. So if you sitting at home not caring about your babies, ain't nobody else caring about your babies. You need to be a better attentive parent. Spend time with your kids, whether they're young or old. Don't like disregard your kids or be like, oh, they'll be all right. They self-sufficient. Even a person that's self-sufficient need help. Everybody need help in one which way or the other. And you know what? I'm gonna write that down because that'll be a good one to talk about next time. Different ways like people need help because a lot of people don't ask for help at all. I know that for sure because I'm one of those people. I don't be like an ask for help, mainly because I got a bad experience of asking for help. I went through it wasn't that bad, but I went through some stuff with that. So it's like when I was younger, growing up or whatever, and I asked for help, just anything. It could be anything, not anything specific, but it'd be like, oh well, okay, yeah, I can help you, no problem. And it's like, I don't need nothing back, I just love to help. That's what the response I'll get if I ask for help. But as soon as I get the help and I thank them and I appreciate them and everything or whatever, when it turn around, it's like, say we just having a conversation. Oh, remember I did that thing for you? And stuff like that. It's like people just love the help so that they can tell other people that they help people to make them look good. Or they try to make you feel bad because you helped them and maybe you couldn't do much to help them in their time of need, but you tried. And it's like they don't be caring about your tried. It's the fact that you couldn't help successfully. And now it's a big issue. So now they want to just keep throwing it in your face. So I experienced a lot of that growing up. So, me as an adult, I just I just don't ask for help. And, if somebody willing to give me help, I appreciate it. I'll tell them no, but I'm not gonna keep telling them no if they keep being like, D, I'm gonna help you. D, you gonna get this help. I'm gonna do this, and I don't care what you say. So I'm like, all right, cool. But I definitely don't. I'm one of the people I don't ask for help. But we need to actually ask for help. We need to be more of a family, honestly, because everybody being so like secluded. Everybody's just being off to themselves, their own little circles and everything. But everybody in that little circle got another little circle that they're part of too. Everybody got different friends. And it's like not saying that we all need to come together and just be friends, but it's like we should be more helpful to our people. Not just like our black people. No, like everybody. Because I got white friends, Spanish friends, um, Dominican friends, like all my friends from all races, all colors, and everything. I'll help all of them if they need my help. And if I can't help, I'm not finna sit here and be like, I'm not going to I'm not racist, and I'm not saying that any of this is racist, really. But it's like, if you can help, offer to help. It hurts my feelings to see somebody like on the side of the road and I can't help them because I don't know if they're a serial killer or if they crazy, and when I try to help them they're gonna shoot me or whatever. So it's like, I feel like we just need to try to make everything, try to make stuff safe again, at least with the familiar people in your neighborhood. Not saying that you should go somewhere and, help anybody you see on the street, but at least with the people in your neighborhood, y'all should be able to be safe with each other, where you see them and it's like, oh, you straight, you good, you need some help. When you see a familiar face, that's it. When you know that person or know of that person, or, every time you go to Walmart, you see them, even though y'all might not speak, y'all wave and passing. It's like y'all kind of forming some type of relationship. So if you see somebody like that may need help or look like they may need help, just ask them, like, you straight, you good, you good, you need a ride or something like that, whatever. But at the same time, it's hard to do that because you don't know what nobody got going on. You can sit here and be picking up somebody and they just got a load. They got a little book bag full of drugs. You never know, and they mess around and leave that book bag in your car, and you trying to figure out what it is. Well, you don't know they left it in your car. You end up getting pulled over by the police for a traffic stop, and now you got a drug charge with somebody left a book bag full of coke in your car. Like, you never know. So it's hard. Like, it's hard. It's real hard. But on that note, we're gonna end it right here. Y'all have a good day, night, whenever you listen to this. Just be blessed. And I'm out.